Dracula. The name conjures images of capes, coffins, and bloodthirsty fangs. But the true story behind this legendary vampire is far more chilling than fiction. Long before Hollywood and Bram Stoker turned him into a creature of the night, there lived a man real. Flesh and blood whose cruelty was so unimaginable it echoed through the centuries. This is the twisted tale of Vlad the Impaler, warlord, patriot, sadist, an inspiration for one of the most iconic monsters in human history. Welcome to the Dusty Scroll. Today we plunge into the dark heart of 15th century Europe to uncover the brutal truth about the real Dracula. Chapter 1. The birth of a monster. Vlad III was born in 1431 in Transylvania, a rugged land of mountains and myths. His father, Vlad II, was a member of the chivalric Order of the Dragon, sworn to defend Christianity against the Muslim Ottomans. For this, Vlad II earned the nickname Dracula, meaning the dragon, and so his son became Vlad Dracula, the son of the dragon. But young Vlad's life was anything but noble. At age 11, he and his brother were taken as hostages by the Ottoman Empire, a common tactic to keep regional rulers in check. In the Ottoman court, Vlad was educated in politics, war, and cruelty. He witnessed torture, executions, and the brutal hierarchy of empires. These years in captivity shaped a boy into something else, something far darker. By the time he returned to Wallachia, Vlad was no longer a prince in exile. He was a sharpened blade, ready to carve his name into history with blood. Chapter 2. Blood and power. Vlad seized power in Wallachia, not once but 3 times. His rule marked by instability and constant conflict. But it's how he ruled that made him infamous. His favorite method of execution, impalement. Victims were skewered alive on massive wooden stakes, left to writhe in agony for hours or days. He impaled thieves, enemies, foreign invaders, and even his own nobles, the boyars, whom he blamed for his father's death. In one account, he created a forest of the impaled thousands of Turkish soldiers left rotting in the sun. When an Ottoman envoy arrived, they turned back in horror. But Vlad wasn't just a butcher. He was a master of psychological warfare. Every stake was a message. This is what happens to enemies of Wallachia. To his people, Vlad was harsh but just. Crime nearly vanished. Order ruled. And despite the terror, some saw him as a protector of the land. Chapter 3. Dracula takes root. Stories of Vlad's cruelty spread like wildfire. In the German states, printers released lurid pamphlets describing his monstrous deeds: impalement, mutilation, and boiling victims alive. These weren't just news, they were early propaganda, possibly exaggerated by his enemies to vilify him. Centuries later, an Irish author named Bram Stoker stumbled upon the name Dracula while researching Eastern European legends. The rest, as they say, is Gothic history. But Stoker's Dracula wasn't a biography, was myth built on fragments of truth. Yet the connection between Vlad the Impaler and the vampire lord gave birth to a modern monster. Chapter 4. Death and Legacy. Vlad's death, fittingly, is shrouded in mystery. Some say he died in battle against the Ottomans. Others claim he was betrayed and assassinated by his own men. The supposed burial site's Negov monastery was excavated, but the grave was empty. Where did his body go? Today, Romanians debate his legacy. To some, Vlad is a national hero, a fierce defender of sovereignty. To others, he's the original boogeyman. And that's the true legacy of Vlad the Impaler. A ruler who fought for his people, but left a trail of blood so deep it spilled into legend. Vlad the Impaler was not a vampire. He didn't transform into a bat or sleep in a coffin. But the truth is more haunting than fiction. He was a prince forged in trauma. A ruler hardened by betrayal. A warlord who turned terror into strategy. To man whose reputation echoed across time, distorted, exaggerated, but never forgotten. So we ask you, travelers of the Dusty Scroll, is Vlad the Impaler a hero who defended his land, or a horror whose cruelty knew no bounds? If you enjoyed this journey into the shadows of history, like this video, subscribe to the Dusty Scroll and ring the bell so you don't miss what's next. Next time, we uncover the legend of the cursed Queen of Madagascar. A tale of rebellion, empire, and a woman feared across continents.